Yo, 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 what is good? What is good? What is good? What is good with everybody in the chat, man? What is up? What is up? What is up? I had to pull up today. Cause why not? Cause why not? Man, I just want to do a little midweek talk pre-game about the Bears game that we got coming up this Sunday. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I think this bounce back is gonna be something serious. Let's talk about it, man. We got some stuff to talk about. There's been things, reports, and this and that all have came out this week, and right after the game and stuff. We got some injury reports, we got some injury news, some updates on certain players. Not all players. There's still players that are getting their MRIs and tests done. So we're going to talk about the ones we know. We're going to talk about the matchup. We're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff, man. And before I get into it, man, I got to give a big shout out to my boy Max Raider, already in the chat. ONT6 Soldier already chopped it up with you. Was good, my boy. Gerardo was good with my boy. Was good, gang. And Max Raider again. I've been chilling, man. I've been chilling. They gave me random midweek day off. So I was like, hey, got to do it live, man. Got to do it live, man. Shout out to Robert says we had to beat Chicago. Yes, no doubt, man. No doubt. What's good with you though, bro? I'm chilling. Chargers fan, keep that same energy against the Browns. Let's see if y'all for real can't wait to be 4-1 first place again. That's true. That's true. But at the same time, if they beat the Browns, man, that's big. That's big. Was good. Andy, love the content. How do you think our defense will step up this game? This game coming up, we need to see Carr pick it back up. I think it was a thing of multiple things this week, man. It wasn't the defense doing bad. It wasn't Derek Carr doing bad. It was a collective group, man. But let's talk about that first. Let's talk about that first. Why not? One of the biggest things, the biggest thing, the reason why we lost, you go 0 for 7. You have 7 drives in the first half, and you go 0 for 7. You can't move the ball nearly for 4 of them. You punt on almost 4 of them. You go, and you fucking, you just, it's just bad. It's just bad. You can't ever go 0 for 7, man. 0 for 7 is just ridiculous. It's our offense, man. Our offense in the first half has been pretty poor. I mean, you look at it. Week 1, you go down 14 points because your offense can't put any points on the board. Week 2, you put 9 points up, 3 field goals in the first half against the Steelers. That's the most we've done this season. Is 3 field goals. That's not good. Then you go down 14-0 against the Dolphins. Obviously, not good. Then you go down 21-0 against the Chargers. That's not good, man. You cannot do that. I think, in my opinion, it's not the play of the quarterback. Of course, the offensive line has a big thing to do about it, but at the same time, I believe it is on the play caller. And we know that the play caller is John Gruden. He's the one that's he calls the shots for this offense. I'm a big believer, man, that if you don't have the personnel to do something, don't force it. Don't force it. You can't force a certain style of play when you don't have the personnel. And if you're a good play caller will understand, okay, I don't have the personnel for this. I'm going to play to my players' strengths. Um, that's not the reason why we went down 21-0, but it's a big reason why in the last 11 games we haven't been able to get a first down on our starting drive, on our opening drive. That's not okay ever. That's not okay ever, man. You should never see that happening. 11 games, you can't get a first down on the opening drive. I think that right now, the saying is the runs open up the pass. I think right now, in our case, the pass is going to have to open up the run, right? Because once teams start respecting our pass game, they're going to have to back up. They're going to have to take an extra player out the box, and then you can start running the ball. Um, you know, it's not the defense. I saw some people blaming the defense It's not the defense at all, man. You out of 7 drives that the Chargers had, they scored on 3, right? They held them to an under 50% scoring percentage, man. It's not on the defense whatsoever. And we saw our defense continue to hold us into this game in the second half. We finally started scoring, and the game got close. The game got close. We finally started scoring. Just imagine the difference if the Raiders can score just one touchdown in that game in the first half, man. The game is way closer. Playing catch up football is never a position you want to be in. But what I will say is this team has showed a lot of character, man. Going down by 2 scores or more in almost every game this season, and you are finishing off 3-1. That's a positive, man. As much as we look at it as a negative that we can't score much in the first half, that's a big positive, and it shows what kind of character we have on this team. So I'm happy with what we've seen from our team. But I think that the beginning of the game, the play calling needs to get better, without a doubt. The play calling needs to get better at the beginning of the game, hands down. I think, thankfully, right now, John Gruden has finally. It looked like Gruden has finally came to a senses that even with Josh back, um, this offensive line is not moving anybody off the ball. So, watching the presser yesterday that he did, and seeing what DC said today in this presser, um, I'm starting to see some movement, right? I think that right now what we're gonna see, and I said this after the game on Graphs Live, man. I think that this week you have 3 weeks that you go down by 2 scores or more in the first 4 weeks of your season. This week right here, I guarantee it. John Gruden has heard everybody. The Raiders have heard everybody. I can guarantee you right now this week we're going to score on the opening drive. In this game against the Bears, we're going to show why we were, being spoken so highly about. But if they want to continue, if the people in the media want to if the people want to continue to say, the Raiders are pretenders, the Raiders are this, the Raiders are that. All right. Well, let's go prove them wrong. Cause we I heard the worst excuses, man. And that's what I heard, man, when hearing John Gruden talk after the game, after we lost. Um, it was ridiculous in my opinion. It was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, man. How are you talking about the structure of the locker room in another team's stadium after you lose, after you can't coach up and scheme up a score in the first half? I just heard excuses from John Gruden. I never want to hear that ever again. Ever again. We're talking about football, and you're talking about you want to talk to the person who designed the locker room? Bro, what? Come on, Gruden. We got to do better. We have to do better. But what's good with you, Andy Mack? But what I do want to talk about is one thing: the injuries, right? The injuries, the injuries, the injuries, the injuries. Um, we had Mullen go down, Arnett go down, Hobbs go down, and we had Casey Hayward. I guess he got a little tweak as well in this last game. We had a lot of players get banged up, right? That's fine. That's fine. That doesn't matter to me. Getting people banged up, tweaked up, that's okay. But Trayvon Mullen, I'm what I'm seeing from him. He's posted a couple little, like, I don't think they're cryptic or anything like that, but he's posted a lot of stuff where he's saying, he's putting everything in God's hands. That's good, that's fine. But to me, what I'm hearing is a guy that probably won't be available for the next coming weeks. As far as Arnett, um, he wasn't a factor anyways. So if he's gone, all that does is, shorten up the depth a little bit. But it has looked like When it comes to Nate Hobbs, he passed all of the concussion protocols. He's fine. He was at practice today. As far as Nate Hobbs, he's okay. We still have our star rookie in the slot. Nate Hobbs is fine. We did sign um former Chargers cornerback Brandon Fat Fascion Fasizon, I don't know, off their practice squad. He's a decent player. He's a veteran. He was pretty good in college, but that was a long time ago. We'll see. It adds depth. It adds depth at a position where he knows the scheme, he knows the team, all that kind of stuff. So you have that. Also, Keyshawn Nixon was designated a return very, very soon. So we're getting some people back off IR. Also, another news: Peyton Barber looks like he'll be sidelined for at least 2 to 4 weeks with mild turf toe. So we'll see how that goes. We also did see earlier in the day the Bears have officially named Justin Fields as their starter. Now, I think that's big. I think that's big for us. I truly think that's big for us, in my opinion. I was never worried going into this game because we always knew that after they drafted Justin Fields, we were either going to play Fields or Dalton, right? And Andy Dalton hasn't looked good. Justin Fields, in my opinion, hasn't looked that good. He's a pretty good athlete, so he's made some plays. But that Bears offensive line is probably just as bad as ours, right? That Bears offensive line isn't the greatest, and when it comes to Justin Fields throwing the ball on Sunday, in my opinion, I'm okay with that, right? I feel like you have to take advantage of the fact that you're playing a rookie quarterback, force the quarterback to make a mistake. In my opinion, if Gus Bradley and our defense can't find a way to cause a turnover on a rookie quarterback like Justin Fields, I think you know, then this defense will need to step it up a little bit. But I think this defense is amazing so far. But I really think that we need to take advantage of the fact that he is a rookie. He hasn't seen certain things. So go ahead, throw some things his way that he probably hasn't seen before and attack it. Attack it, bro. Attack it. That's what I feel like we should do. Force the young quarterback to make a mistake. I think he'll make a couple of them. And I think we'll succeed from those mistakes. I do see us winning this game without a doubt in my mind. I think that we win this game. But as far as that, we've had other big news as far as our offensive line. After the game, what? Let's see. After the game, we saw one of the reporters from the Raiders side ask Gruden, or not after the game, it was yesterday. We finally had a reporter ask Gruden about Jimmy Morrissey. He said that Jimmy Morrissey has some, like, positional he's some positional versatility, right? And Jimmy Morrissey doesn't just have to play center; he can play guard, right? So a reporter asked him of that, and Gruden kind of, you know, he kind of tried to shove it off a little bit, blow it off. But I'm glad that the name of Jimmy Morrissey was brought up because I think that that has to be in the back of your head, honestly. But today we found out that our rookie offensive tackle, picked at 17th overall, Alex Leatherwood, was getting reps at right tackle, left guard, and right guard. So this was the first time that we've seen him get reps at any other position besides tackle. Okay. And in my opinion, it's it's what I wanted to see. It's what I wanted to see, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, because look, I said this before on the last live. I think I was with Graf. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt his confidence for a little bit. But guess what? You're in between a guard and a tackle. You don't have so much weight on your shoulders. You could play a little bit more freely inside. And he's played more guard in his career than offensive tackle, right? He at Alabama, he played left guard, he played right guard, and then he played left tackle. right? So when it comes to Alex Leatherwood, am I a little bit concerned that he got switched over? Absolutely not. I feel like there's a slim chance that Richie comes back next year. Richie Incognito's only on a 1-year deal. I think that he'll play out points of this season, but I honestly don't think that Richie Incognito is going to get re-signed next year. I don't think Richie Incognito is going to get re-signed to the Raiders this offseason. So I think at this point, when you have Denzel Good on a 2-year deal, Denzel Good last year played left guard, and that's where he looked the best at. He looked the best at left guard and at right tackle. So this year, we thought we would have Richie Incognito back, and we put Denzel Good at right guard. And he didn't have the best of game against the Ravens before he got hurt, but he still played better than Simpson and Illuminor, right? So I think that if next year we go into the season with Denzel Good at left guard and Alex Leatherwood at right guard, that's not bad. That's not bad. I think that if you give Alex Leatherwood a lot of reps at guard this year, that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. Yeah, it'll look bad, but that's okay. If at the end of the day, if it's gonna help his career, that's all okay in my opinion, man. That's all okay in my position. Um, when was this report? It was earlier today. It was earlier today. At their practice, Alex Leatherwood was seen playing and taking reps at left guard, and right tackle. So obviously, he's not going to play center. Obviously, he's not going to play left tackle. That's Colt Miller's spot. So they're trying him at every position. They're trying him at every position, man. And that's fine. That's fine, in my opinion. Do it. Do it. Because once he realizes that he can play a different position in the NFL and succeed, go ahead. Let's see. Let's see. Exactly. Exactly. Greater Raider. That's my point. That's my point. We know that every offensive tackle that's a rookie coming into the NFL, he's gonna have some growing pains, man. Every quarterback, every player in the NFL says it. The rushers in the NFL are completely different. They're on a completely different level. Leatherwood to guard, like he said right here, Leatherwood to guard is better for the team. It's not a knock on his skills to play tackle. Exactly. Exactly. That's that's exactly what it is. It's better for the team. And at the end of the day, further down the line, it'll be better for his career as well. And in college, like I said, in college, he played more guard than tackle, man. He played more guard than tackle. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I'm not mad at it. Um, because like I said, we'll see Richie Incognito play certain points in this year. Hopefully, it's when it comes down to playoff, like the playoff push and the playoffs. Hopefully, that's when we'll see Richie Incognito back. But I don't think that he'll be back next year. I don't think that Richie Incognito will be back next year. So it is what it is. It is what it is. What's up, Andy? What's good with you? I don't know how to say your name. I'm gonna just say 207. Do you think Cable will make this line better as the year goes on? I think that right now, Tom Cable, um, he went from having the highest paid offensive line to still having to make things work and shuffling players around to having one of the lowest paid offensive line to still having to move things around and shuffle players. Um, so do I think he has to do better, or do I think that he'll make the offensive line get better? I think that that's his job, right? I think that that's his job. I think that this offensive line is very young. It's very, very young. So when you're playing that young of a group starting, having to play guys that are veterans, they're gonna need time. But as far as Alex Leatherwood, he's very much struggled, man. He's very much struggled. I think he's given up 2 strip sacks. And I think 4 or 5 sacks in the first 5 weeks. Um, that's on pace for him to give up, 20 sacks if we go into the playoffs, right? And I don't want Derek Carr getting sacked 20 times. I don't, you know, at least not from just one side. What do you think? What's your opinion on the Mexican guard from Dallas? I mean, I know he's on the practice squad over there. If I'm not sure if he's a guy that they're protecting on their practice squad. I'm not too sure though. I'm not too sure. Um, but as far as what I like him to come, absolutely. Mexican heritage. Why not? I would love it. But as far as he's an okay player. I wouldn't say that he's better than anybody like Illuminor or Simpson. Um, but he has the size. He definitely has the size to play guard, and I mean, he's honestly not the greatest player, but would I welcome him in it? Absolutely. Come play for the Raiders, man. I'm not the only one who saw Jacobs next to Gruden after the loss. He was pissed. Like, we're gonna get him next time. Yes, me and Ray spoke about that on Graphs Live. We both saw that. We both saw that. Yes. Um, I'm not worried about this season whatsoever, but we did get our first loss, man. And I saw a lot of people in the nation making excuses to why we lost. Simply, we lost because they outcoached us. They outcoached us. They were the better team that day. It is what it is. It is what it is. So if we were outcoached, we were outplayed, man. We were outplayed. There's nothing wrong with that happening, bro. Like, it happens. It happens. You lose games, bro. You lose games. Like, we were never gonna go 17-0. The Chargers outplayed us, dog. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Um, Gruden is dumb as fuck for no reason. Josh Jacobs would be out wide when Darren Waller comes off the field. Third down doesn't make any sense. But yeah, the play calling at times has been has been off, to say the least. It is what it is, though. Shout out to Agent Red. Says salute to my boy Andy. Was good, bro. Bring on the Bears. Yeah, the Bears aren't that team right now, man. I'm not worried whatsoever about the Bears. Of course, you got to worry about Khalil Mack though. Khalil Mack is a demon. YouTuber Andy in the building, man. I think I know who that is, man. What's good with you, bro? Let's see who's a right tackle we could trade a first for. I don't think that any right tackle right now is really up on the market. I think that right tackles, every team in the NFL knows that tackle is not an easy position to come by, man. So I don't think that you put a good tackle on the market, honestly. Um, Hey Andy, you think of getting Jalen Smith? Yeah or no? In your opinion on it? When I first saw it, I was all over it. I was like, why not? Because this is a former Pro Bowler, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I was like, why not? But I actually took time to watch a little bit of his game tape this year, and dude, I know we all remember Tahir Whitehead, man. And the reason why we let Tahir Whitehead go is because of one reason. He was a liability in coverage. And man, I was shocked when watching Jalen Smith film earlier in the day, bro. He is a liability in coverage, man. He is a liability in coverage, bro. His pass coverage has been poor. It's been very, very poor this year. He still has a good sense of the game, though. He still can pick up, plays. He still has a good feel for it. I seen him, read a couple of um, you know, I seen him diagnose a couple of screenplays where he blows them up, but I was all over it at first, but after taking the time and watching some film on it, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. Especially, he's probably going to be a guy that is going to want a starting job, and he's not a starting job over here. Um, my boy ONT6 Soldier, my guy, man, says, "What up, Andy? I was wrong about Leatherwood. You were right, but you were wrong on Solomon. Yeah, Solomon Thomas, aka the GOAT. Yes, I was definitely wrong about Solomon Thomas." So far, hope I want to see him continue, man. I want to see him continue. I want to see this man get more sacks, man. Definitely want to see this man get more sacks. um Without a doubt. Was good, Efren. Let's see, damn, you on early? Yeah, I had this off day, man. They gave me an off day in the middle of the week, so let's get it. Why not talk some Raider football? You feel me? um Gruden needs to open up the offense, spread it out, screen slants and hitches like Carr did in college. Yeah, I don't. As much as it makes sense, that's what you should do, Greater Raider. As much as that makes sense, that's what you should do when you don't have a high performing offensive line. Gruden's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. This dude's ego is through the goddamn roof, man. He's not going to switch his playbook. He's going to try and force it and show the world that John Gruden's playbook works. He knows what he's doing. He's not going to do that. And it sucks. It sucks because with our offensive line, if you keep trying to run down teams' throats, man, and you're just going to keep getting stuffed, it's not going to end well for us, man. But yes, I agree. Right. That's what you should do. That's what you should do, man. No to Jalen Smith. Yeah. Is it concerning that our D line was getting dominated in the run game? I I wouldn't say dominated, man. I feel like our defense just they played well, man. Our defense played well. We were in the nickel a lot. We were in the nickel a lot. That's not the best run stopping formation. If we're really worried about the run, like we will be against the Browns, we'll see more of our base defense with three linebackers out there. But we were in the nickel a lot. We were in the nickel a lot. So that's not the best run stopping formation. If you want to go after and really try and stop the run, go out and play your base. But no, I'm not too worried about that, man, at all. At all. Jalen Smith, Gilmore went to Carolina and Rasul Douglas went to Green Bay. Yes, that's tough, man. That's that's tough because I wanted to bring Rasul back, man. I didn't think he was a bad player. Um, Carr needs to take over the offense for Gruden. Yeah, sometimes, man. Sometimes I feel like I felt the same. I don't like that a lot of Raider fans are screaming for KO or Schwartz. I don't want them. What are your thoughts, though? KO, no, he's simply not the same player at all. This man blew out both of his ACLs just running. Um, Kelechi Osemele is not the same player, man. He is not the same player. So, no. As far as Mitchell Schwartz, I mean, this man is a Pro Bowler, perennial Pro Bowler every year that he was uh um every year that he was healthy. So yeah. Yeah, I would if he's healthy, I would take a shot on him. If we're comfortable putting Alex Leatherwood inside full time. Hayden and Conley are both free agents. I'm not bringing Conley back at all. It's a completely different system. Anybody could see that every fourth down they went for it and it went to Jared Cook. Yeah, Jared Cook was dominating, man. Jared Cook was dominating without a doubt. So it is what it is. But and just right now, apparently the Packers are a main landing spot for Jalen Smith. So if Jalen Smith goes there, then it is what it is. Um, but but I think what I was talking about, what was I talking about? What was I talking? Oh, Jared Cook. Jared Cook. Yeah, dude. Jared Cook, there's no doubt. We seen it when he was with us. Uh he's a dog, man. He's a dog. I'm not surprised at all. At all. So it is what it is. He made plays, bro. He made plays. And on the last fourth down that they had that they went for it, Denzel Perryman tried to make a play, bro, but at the end of the day, Jared Cook just did what he had to do. Jared Cook did what he had to do. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Um, it is what it is. Like I said, there's no excuses with why we lost. We lost because they were the better team that day. It is what it is. Um, Carlet Bosa, no, I love the how mature he answered, but still clap back. Yes, I mean, bro, um, it is like what I liked was the fact that what I liked is the fact that when Derek Carr was talking about that topic, he said that there was about 5, 6, 7 teammates that walked up to DC after they found out that Joey Bosa said that, and they were all like mad for him. They were all mad for DC. So I like that. It shows good like team camaraderie and stuff like that. Um, that I like that. I like that. And just right now, it looks like Jalen Smith is finalizing a deal with the Packers. So Stephon Gilmore and Jalen Smith looks to be they're both off the market. So that's fine with me. That is fine with me. Um Let's see. When our linebackers come off IR, who do you think? Who do we keep and who do we cut? I think definitely. I don't know if Morrow's coming off of IR. I know he's eligible to come off IR. I think that if we do see somebody, it'll be Javin White. And right now we do have an open roster spot. We do have an open roster spot. Our roster right now is 52 of 53. So there is a possibility that Keyshawn Nixon will be taking that spot, but once we can get a linebacker back, I think that you cut either Levitt, um, maybe you place Damon Arnett on IR, and he's done for the year, and then that clears up a roster spot. Um, but it is what it is, man. When the time comes, that's when we'll see. But right now, there's an open roster spot. Right now, Levitt can leave. Right now, as far as I know, Damon Arnett can get placed in the IR. So it is what it is. Um, but hey, how good is Brandon Parker? I like Brandon Parker, man. He didn't play bad at all. He didn't play bad whatsoever. I mean, he had a bad play, but I don't think his overall play was bad. I don't think his overall play was bad. Let me see something. Down. Yeah, I don't think Brandon Parker's bad. He had some bad plays, he had some mistakes, but those aren't any mistakes that Alex Leatherwood didn't do, you know? So it is what it is, man. Carcetti pissed me off. I believe that's the first time I ever heard that man cuss. That's not even really cussing for real, but yeah. Um, I'm I'm so over the Chargers game, man. I'm just ready to go forward and beat these Bears, man. And matter of fact, we almost got 100 y'all in here. We'll get there. I'll announce it again at the end. But this week, this Sunday, since our boy Graf is gonna be at the game, I'll be doing the live show here on my channel, but I'm not gonna be by myself. I got one of your guys' favorite people to bring on. Um, I reached out to Stu. Stu will be live with me on Sunday, watching the game with y'all. So we'll be watching the game with you, me and Stu here on my channel, chopping it up, having some fun while we watch the Raiders put a beat down on the Bears. So we'll be doing that while our guy Graf is out there in Vegas, you know, doing his thing while the Raiders put a beat down on the Bears out there. But like I said, me and Stu will be on my channel over here, watching the game, having fun, doing what we do, you know. So yeah, tune into that on Sunday. But when we get more people, I'll say it again so that the people that weren't here can see it and or hear it. But yes, me and Stu this Sunday, watching the Bears put a beat down. You feel me? That'll be fun. That'll be very, very fun. What's up, Raider John? Subbed to you like 5 years. Wait, Derek Carr responded to Bosa. Yeah, he was asked about what Joey Bosa said, and he just said that, you know, it got under his skin a little bit, but they were both talking back and forth throughout the game. So it is, you know, it sounded just like football competition to me. Nothing crazy. Let me see something. Yeah, nothing new. Um, let's see. But yeah, I'll be on the live with Stu this Sunday on my channel here. So that should be very, very fun. Um, I'm ready, man. I'm ready because like I said, man, this bounce back has to be very, 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 very big, man. This bounce back is going to be very, very big. So it is what it is. Hold on, man. My bad, my bad, my bad. Let's see. But yeah, let's see. Raiders scout posted the injury reports for both teams on IG. All right, let's go check it out. Let's go check it out. Yep, just seen it. Okay, Raiders injury report. Players that did not participate: Damon Arnett, Peyton Barber, Derek Carrier, Trayvon Mullen. Those are all players that did not participate. Players that were limited: Jonathan Abram, Josh Jacobs, Colton Miller. Those players were limited. Players that practiced in full but are on the injury report is Nate Hobbs, Alec Ingold, Corey Littleton, Hunter Renfro, and Darren Waller. That's not good. That is not good at all. At all, man. At freaking all. Um, the injuries for Arnett is looking like a groin. Peyton Barber's injury is looking like toe. Derek Carrier is pec. Trayvon Mullen is a toe injury. Abram is a shoulder injury. Um, Josh Jacobs looks like he's done with the toe injury. It's now just the ankle. Colton Miller is a knee. Nate Hobbs is shoulder and neck. You know, for the concussion protocol. Um, let's see. Alec Ingold is just shoulder. Corey Littleton is shoulder and rib. And Darren Waller is knee. And Hunter Renfro is ankle. Now, for the Bears, Jesse James did not participate. Akeem Hicks did not participate. PJ Holtz did not participate. Khalil Mack did not participate. David Montgomery, we know he's out. Darnell Mooney. So they also have a lot of players that are out. They have a lot of players that are out, man. Um, or that didn't participate today. So no excuses, man, at all. Both teams have injuries. Both teams have key guys that are not able to, play right now or practice right now. Um, I didn't know that Corey Littleton got hurt. I didn't know that. It's good to see that Nate Hobbs was full. I think all the guys that were limited, like Colton Miller, Josh Jacobs, and Jonathan Abram, those are all guys that'll play, in my opinion. But Trayvon Mullen with the toe, I think he's done for a while. Derek Carrier, I think he'll play. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And if any of these guys go on IR, it clears up a roster spot. So if any of our guys go on IR, it clears up a roster spot. We can go sign somebody to the active roster. So it's pretty decent, right? Um, who knows? Who knows? That's a lot of injuries. That's a lot of injuries on both sides of the ball. Yes, Raider Purge. It looks like Alex Leatherwood was getting reps at both guard position, left and right guard. So that's interesting. Um, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Um, shit, the Raiders custodians are injured right now. Man, everybody's out, man. Everybody's out. But I don't think it'll be anything crazy. I think that we should be able to go in there and do what we do. What I'm happy is that like Denzel Perryman's not hurt. Um, it is what it is. It is what it is. Um, but yeah, I mean that's a bunch of players on both sides of the ball, man. Um, Damon Arnett, I think that he's gonna be out for a while. I think that we'll put Damon Arnett on IR. Honestly, Trayvon Mullen, I think that we won't put him on IR this week. We'll probably put him on there next week. Um, but it's good to see that Denzel Perryman didn't get banged up because I saw him kind of limping a little bit. But you know, that's good. That's good. What's wrong with Khalil Mack? He's listed as ribs and foot injury and did not participate. So Khalil Mack didn't participate in their practice and was listed as a rib and foot injury. So we'll see. We'll see. Brandon Parker, what up though, Andy? Stop my wait, what? Stop my truckload. Come in here and wipe my feet. I appreciate you, my dog. I really, really do. What about Brandon Parker? What happened? Why is everybody saying Brandon Parker? What happened? What happened to Parker? Why is everybody and their mom saying Brandon Parker? What happened to him? We gotta support Leatherwood. Period. Gruden is gonna run his offense, so we need him to be great right now. There you go. Uh, let's see. What happened to Brandon Parker? Why is everybody talking about Brandon Parker? Because of Khalil Mack? Because of Khalil Mack's injury? Is that what we're saying? Um, Gus's defense is doing good, but not doing good on fourth downs. I mean, you know, I don't. I mean, yeah, you're right. We didn't do good. I think they went 4 for 4 on fourth downs last week. Um, I don't. I don't understand. Um, I don't understand why. I mean, I know that they were very aggressive. They were all like 4th and 2 or 4th and 3, so it's pretty ballsy. But I mean, I'm not like I'm not annoyed with the play that I've seen. I'm actually pretty happy with what we've seen from our defense. Um, let's see, 3 for 4. If it wasn't for that corner, no, I think they went 4 for 4 on like regular plays, and they went 4 for 5 overall with Hunter Renfro making that play. Um, here's my O line. Um, Miller, Alex, James Simpson, and Parker. That's solid. That's solid. But we would have to see. We would have to see. Um, yes, I agree. I agree, my boy. Amika's getting comfortable, in my opinion. Looks better than Arnett. Definitely, definitely looks better than Arnett. And if I'm being honest, what I've seen from Amik, he doesn't get panicky. He doesn't get grabby, you know. And that's the one thing that Trayvon Mullen does a lot, man. He does it a lot. He gets really grabby when he feels like a guy gets by him just a little bit. Amik doesn't, man. Amik doesn't. Amik doesn't. So I'm not worried about our corners, man. I'm not worried about our corners at all. The only thing that you can maybe be worried about is the height, is the height, because right now our corners are pretty short, like pretty short. That's the only thing that I know right now. Our corners are pretty short. You got what, 5'9", Amik. You got 5'11", Casey Hayward. Keyshawn Nixon is probably coming back. He's not too tall. I think Nate Hobbs is our tallest corner, and he's what, 6 foot. So, you know, he put the straps on Williams. Yes, he shadowed Mike Williams, dog. Um, that's nice, man. Mm, let's see. People are trying to throw Jacobs under the bus for what? For what? His line ain't blocking for him. The play calling isn't helping him. I don't see anything wrong with Jacobs. We can't start slow because any team can beat us if we put 0 points in a half. Exactly. Exactly. Um, it's more than just that. We need more depth. Yes. Yes. We should trade for someone's guard, someone with experience. It's hard, man. You don't really see offensive linemen get traded too often, because for the simple fact that they're hard to find. They're not easy to come by. And when you have a good offensive lineman, you don't want to just trade them away. The reason why we traded away Trent Brown was because, yes, he was a great blocker. Yes, he was a great player, but he was never available. Never available, ever. Yeah, I think that if there's a knock on Josh Jacobs, is that he's definitely always hurt. Always, Um, that's definitely his knock. Um, Jacobs has missed a decent amount of games, but I mean, the thing with Jacobs is that I definitely didn't see him being hurt this much. If I'm gonna be honest, Jacobs did not have a lot of play in college, so coming into the NFL, I never understood why he's been hurt so much. But injuries happen, man. It's football. I'm not gonna get mad at a man for being hurt at all. I'm not gonna be mad at Jacobs for being hurt, man. We went 2-0 without him. We're 1-0 we're 1-1 with him. So it's not that big of a deal. On top of that, our offensive line hasn't helped any running back on our offense right now. So I'm not worried about Josh Jacobs or anything like that. We'll see when we get around to it more, but it'd be different if Josh Jacobs um was playing like Kenyon Drake, then that would be way different. That would be way different, but you know, it is what it is. What are your thoughts on the Raiders not involving Drake more, like at least some screen passes? Yeah, I talked about that a lot. I talk about that a lot because uh I remember it was after we lost on Sunday, or Monday. I mean, after we lost on Monday, I went on the live with X and Graph and Raid, and I was talking about this, man, because a lot of like we've seen it, man. I mean, not Raid, Drake, when he's running the ball in between the tackles, the man looks lost. Like he looks lost. But you look at when he was with Miami, when he was with the Cardinals, bro, they put him in open space and he made plays. We have not put Kenyon Drake in open space to make plays, man. We haven't. And you know whose fault that is? That's John Gruden's fault. I said this. I said this before. That weird screen concept that we ran to Zay Jones where he picked up 5 yards, that's exactly what you should be doing for Kenyon Drake. That's exactly what you should be doing for Kenyon Drake. Because guess what? When your offense can't produce a run game, those short passes where you can pick up 3 to 4 to 5 yards and maybe break one, that's your run game at that point. That's your run game at that point. When you can't run between the tackles, you have to do that. You have to scheme plays. Um, I don't know why we haven't seen John Gruden scheme him better into this offense, but it is what it is, man. Andy, what do you think if the Chargers lose to the Browns and the Ravens? Does that mean the Raiders are the real deal and they're frauds? Um, No, I think that if they lose to the Browns, it's because the Browns are a good team. I think that if they lose to the Ravens, because the Ravens are a good team. Um, I don't think anybody in our division is frauds or is not the real deal besides the Broncos. Like that's it. And if the Chiefs go up against a high-powered offense, bro, they're gonna lose. The Chiefs' defense is near to horrible. Um, the 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 Browns are a good team. The Ravens are a good team. Um, Honestly, I think the Raiders and the Chargers are the top two teams in our division. Then it goes to the Chiefs. Then it goes to the Broncos. And honestly, the Broncos and the Chiefs can be swapped any which way you want to think about it. But what it came down to was the Chargers played a better football game than we did, man. That's what it is. We got outmatched. We got out coached. We got out schemed. But guess what? They put all that on film now. We have all of that to work with and more because we will then face them week 17. So we will have 16 games of film by the time we play the Chargers again. So, you know, if we lose to the Chargers again by 14 points when we have 16 games of film on them, then we can be saying that they're the real deal or we're frauds or this or that. But right now, man, we know who we face. We know who we've beat. We know who we're gonna face. We're good, man. We're good. Um, it's it's tough. It's tough. The only thing that at this point matters is that you go and you defend your home stadium in Vegas and you beat the Bears, and then the week after that you go to Mile High and you beat Denver. Then what? After that, you go to New York and then you beat New York or you beat the Giants, and then you have a bye week. Then everybody can get rested. Then people can come off IR. Um, and then you can then you can go what? I think the Chiefs come to the Raiders and we could beat the Chiefs, man. It is what it is. Don't the Chiefs play Buffalo this week? I don't know. I don't know who the Chiefs play. But if they do play Buffalo, I'm picking Buffalo, man. I'm picking Buffalo. If they play Buffalo, I'm picking Buffalo. What's the toughest game in our schedule? Honestly, our toughest games left in our schedule would be the Chargers, the Browns, and the Cowboys. Oh yeah, then you beat the Eagles, and then you have your bye week. But yeah, I think it'd be the Cowboys, the Browns, and the Chargers. So those, I think those are our toughest opponents. I do think that the Chargers are better than the Chiefs right now. I don't think that with the Chiefs defense right now, they're really going to pose a big threat, saying that they've already lost 2 games in this division. Um, I understand they have the best quarterback in the NFL and one of the best tight ends and one of the best receivers and one of the best play callers, but their defense is horrible. Like it's bad. It's really bad. It's close to how our defense was playing last year, and we only won 8 games. We only won 8 games last year. So I'm really, when it comes to the Chiefs, man, I'm more worried about the Chargers. I'm more worried about the Cowboys. I'm more worried about the Browns. And of course the Chiefs too. I mean, their offense is ridiculous. Um, but I wouldn't say that the Chiefs are tougher opponents than those, but they're definitely a tough opponent, man. Definitely. Um, so okay, so yeah, they play the Bills. Yeah, I have the Bills putting them down to 2-3. I have the Bills putting them down to 2-3, man. Um, honestly, the what they the Chiefs just allowed 30 points. Oh my goodness. Let's put it this way, man. The Chiefs just allowed 30 points by the Philadelphia Eagles. And now they have to play the Bills? Now they have to play the Bills after allowing 40 points on the after allowing 40 points by the Eagles? And you mean to tell me that the Bills are going to allow you to score 42? Hell no. Absolutely not, man. Absolutely not. I don't know if they're going to make a change overnight, but what I'm seeing is not looking good for the Chiefs, man. Shout out to my boy Pacey, man. He says Andy Dalton, Justin Fields, or Sally Fields. It don't matter. We whooping Bears ass. Exactly. It's how it is, man. It's how it is. It's how it freaking is. No doubt. Um, the Chiefs won't make it far this year. I think the Chiefs are going to be a very tough opponent because of their offense. Kind of like how we were last year. Kind of like how we were last year, if I'm being completely honest. The Chiefs defense, man, is taking them back. It's taking them back, man. Their defense is very bad. It's very bad. Kind of like us last year, man. We were competitive. We were a tough team to beat because of our offense. Our offense can put you in a shootout. Um, you know, I really do think the Chiefs is taking a step back, man. Um, let's see. Don't forget we are 3-0 in the conference, so tiebreakers will force a factor down the stretch. We are 3-0 in the conference, but we're 0-1 in our division. And if we lose to the Chargers again, then we would just have to hope that the Chargers lose more games than we do. Um, but yeah, I think you got to worry about the division first before the conference. But yes, the those conference games are going to be huge for playoff implications, man. Huge. Hold on. What? I did not see this. Oh, I thought you said. Oh my God, I read questionable. They just listed Fields as their starting QB. Yeah. So, like I said earlier, man, when facing a rookie quarterback, you have to put that man under a lot of pressure. You have to make him prove that he understands the NFL football. Um, you know, um, I think that this week you have to force at least one turnover on this rookie quarterback because at the end of the day, yes, he's a great athlete. At the end of the day, he can pass the ball pretty well, but there's just things that he hasn't been able to see. So I think that as a defensive coordinator and Gus Bradley, um, we need to put him a lot under a lot of pressure. And at the end of the day, we need to make him just we need to make him make plays, right? If he's gonna beat us, it's because he needs to make plays. But I'm honestly not worried about about Justin Fields when it comes to him being out there. Of course, he's way more mobile than Andy Dalton, but Andy Dalton has played a lot more football than Justin Fields, man. A lot more football. He would be able to check things at the line more than Justin Fields would. But at the end of the day, Justin Fields can get out of trouble with his legs. So it goes both ways. It goes both ways. Juice says, is Mac injured? I don't think he's injured, but he was listed as did not participate in today's practice with the Bears. He didn't participate, and his injury was a foot and rib injury. Bears franchise is in a dumpster fire right now. We got to win this, and we will win this. We will win this. So I'm not worried, man. I'm not worried. Gustavo says Yanni gets his first sack this week. He needs to pick it up. And I was talking with this with shout out my boy Icy, man. I think that with Yannick, I think with him, once he gets his first sack, they're gonna all start coming. So once he gets that first one, it's gonna all come. I think it'll be like a domino effect type deal with him. But who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Uh, hope this is Yannick's 2-sack game. I hope it's Yannick's 10-sack game. I hope he gets 15 sacks. I hope he gets 100 sacks, man. I hope everybody on our team does good, man. And shout out to Phylon last week. Holy crap. Darius Phylon he's that guy, huh? Darius Phylon is just that guy, huh? Let's see. Darius Phylon is no joke, bro. That was interesting. Jalen Smith inked with the Packers. Yeah, it looks like he's about to sign over there. Dude, we stopped Lamar Jackson all game. We did not stop Lamar Jackson all game, bro. We contained Lamar Jackson, but he made plays. We did not stop him. We did not stop Lamar, man. Is Quentin Jefferson okay? I think so. He wasn't listed on the report. Jose Lopez says Andy was good, bro. Let's see. Let me see some. Oops. Facts. Let me see some. Yannick 1 strip sack, 3 sacks in total. That's what we're going with. That's how we're rocking. My boy, where's he at? Where he at? Temp. Okay, I see. Hell yeah, you're not gonna stop a running QB 100%, but we did shut him down. Exactly. Lamar wasn't cooking us. He wasn't tearing us. He wasn't tearing our defense apart. But we definitely didn't shut him down. We contained him though, and that's all you can do against a great player like that. What do you think of that protection? Put it together for fun above, huh? Protection? What? Andy, our boy Solomon Thomas getting 2 sacks. Okay. I'd be happy for him. Because he didn't get one against Miami, and then he didn't get one this game. So come on. I don't want to have to go back to saying he's trash, man. What up, Andy? You hear anything on our O linemen coming in for workouts? Not any offensive linemen coming in, but we did see Alex Leatherwood get reps at left guard, right guard, right tackle. So we saw some of that. I need Max to get a damn sack. I saw that Leatherwood got some work at guard today. Yes, he did. Let's see. Clean needs to step it up. With his limited reps, I thought he's done very good. Hell yeah. No way slow ass Jason Peters is quick enough to get off the ball like Yannick. Oh, man. That is a great point. Holy crap. That is a great point. I did not think of it that way. I hella forgot they had Jason Peters, man. Crosby still leads the league in sacks? No, he doesn't. He has 2 sacks on the season. He leads the league in pressures. Just pressure Fields and we'll welcome him into the NFL. Exactly. Man, I did not think of it like that, man. I did not think of that, man. Where's Temp at? I did not think about that, man. That's a really good point. That's a really good point. Dude, Yannick Ngakoue might eat that dude alive, bro. You're right. Jason Peters is slow as hell, man. Jason Peters is slow as hell. Oh my goodness. Andy sub with a homie. Let make it make sense. Since smash the Bears. Yes, facts. Didn't Jason Peters miss last game too? I'm not too sure, but Jason Peters wasn't on their injury report. So we'll see. Bro, I did not think of it like that. Temp is ahead of the game. Temp is ahead of the game. Rick Wagner, offensive lineman. We go get him. Is he available? Isn't he a guard? Rick Wagner. Isn't he a guard? Wagner. Isn't he a guard? Rick Wagner. He's a guard, right? He's 31 years old. Oh, he's an offensive tackle. Nah. He hasn't played in a minute. He missed last year. I think Max will have a 2-sack game. Honestly, now that Temp mentioned it, they're going to have to double team either Max or Yannick. So one of them is going to be one-on-one. I didn't even think of it like that. Shout out to Temp, dog. Yeah, Peters was out with personal reasoning last week. Okay. I didn't know even Peters was still playing. Yeah, because I believe they drafted Tevin Jenkins, and Tevin Jenkins is out for the entire season. So they went in and they brought Jason Peters in. He's definitely struggled, man. He's definitely struggled. Jesse says, salute Andy, what's good with you, my boy? We need to finally have an early lead this game. If they're playing from behind, our defense, our RD will feast. If we have another terrible start, don't get it twisted. We could still lose. Definitely. How do we not trade for Gilmore? Pats took a 2023 sixth. It's simple, bro. If we would have traded for him, he would have been, I believe, a $16 million cap hit. I definitely think that if he was released, we would have then made a big push, because then we could have signed him to our own contract, but he would have still been a 16 or $14 million cap hit if we would have took on their contract that they created for him. And I just don't think we wanted to give up anything for him. Andy, is that DT from Georgia dominant? I see hella people talking about this guy. From Georgia? Are you talking about college football? Because right now you're talking about college. I have not been paying attention to college football. I thought the Pat still has to pay $6 or $7 million. Even if they did, that'd still be like what, $10 million that we have to take on. We only have about $4 million, so it'd still be tough. Bears D is solid. We can't get too confident. The Bears defense, I think right now, is ranked 19th or 20th in the NFL. The Raiders are at 14 or 15. So there's that. But, definitely not getting too comfortable at all, or confident, I mean. Am I late? We got to fix that O line, man. Yeah, not too late, not too late. Yes, the DT from Georgia is good. Okay, Jordan Davis. Okay. Andy, do you remember 2 weeks ago, Cleveland's defense sacked Fields 9 times? Yeah, I saw that. But they also have a guy named Myles Garrett on their team that had 5 sacks. So that's big. Ship Damon Arnett to Madagascar. What do we get in return? What is Madagascar giving us in return, man? But their D-line leads the NFL in sacks. As a whole, their NFL, they lead the NFL in sacks the last 3 games. They're not leading the NFL in sacks as a whole. The last 3 games, they're leading the NFL in sacks because they only had one sack in week 1. Defense still played fine with all of the injuries. It's mostly about the front 4. There you go. A bag of hot chips. We getting them Penguins. Facts. Hey, if actually Madagascar, they must got pirate ships. So we might as well ship Damon Arnett to Madagascar for a pirate ship. Um, Yannick and Max need to eat this game mealtime, bro. Whoever is lined up on Jason Peters needs to take that man's lunch. Needs to take that man Jason Peters' lunch, bro. What's Madagascar gonna give us in return? Facts. What's up, Andy? What's good with you, bro? Get X on. I like the debates between you guys. I think he's at work. I'm only live right now because I got a random ass off day. So, yes, sir. Let me see. Gruden needs to be more aggressive. I think he's been aggressive at times, right? We went for it on a fourth down in field goal range. We didn't get it, and that was him being aggressive. We didn't convert it. That's our fault. It's tough, man. Let's see. Shout out from the Bay Area. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bay Area, man. It's the best. It's the best until you get hit with that. I need to fill my gas up, man, because then it looks real rough. Then it looks real rough once it's time to fill that gas up, boy. Talking about 5.05 a gallon. But yeah, I love it out here, man. Oakland is the best. What you do for work, Andy? I work for UPS. Gas be way too expensive. Bro, like it's tough. Can you see the Bears offense scoring more than worst case 20 points on us? Honestly, nope. I honestly don't, man. I mean, what's his name? Mooney has done pretty good for him. He's been pretty electric for him, but Allen Robinson, I think, only had 2 or 3 catches last week, if that. And they're missing David Montgomery, their running back. He's gonna be out for like at least 5 weeks, so we're not gonna see him, man. We're not gonna see him. We're not gonna see him. So, it's very, 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 very interesting. In Canada, it's 132 right now. Shaking my head. What is it usually? What is it usually? Free? Complaining about $1.32. What is it usually? Yeah, yes, sir. Vallejo, motherfucker. Our second home in LA is very nice. Man, I can't believe we lost that shit, man. Oh, that sucks. I hate losing. Oh, I'm saying you pay too much? Oh, okay. Raiders beat the Bears 35-17. I love it, man. I love it. Hey, okay, real quick, because we got about 120 of y'all in here. For those of you guys who were not here earlier, this week, since Graf is going to be out in Vegas watching the game from the stadium, I'll be live for the game on my channel here. But I will have special guest Stu. Stu will be on my channel here with me. We'll be watching the game together, giving our thoughts and opinions live here on this channel with y'all. So if y'all want to tune in, game day against the Bears, 1 o'clock my time, 4 o'clock East Coast, and I think it's like 3 o'clock in like Texas or whatever the hell it is. So yeah, me and Stu will be on my channel this Sunday, man. This Sunday. So if y'all want to pull up and watch the game with us, pull up, show some love. But yeah, man, Me and Stu. It'll be the first time that Stu will make an appearance on my channel. I've made a lot of appearances with him and Graf, man, and they're always a fun time. So I had to reach out, man. I had to reach out. And I'm glad I did, man. Dope person. Dope person. Yanni gets 3 sacks against the Bears. Bro, I want a strip sack badly, man. Badly, man. Hit that like button, peeps, for Andy. Exactly, man. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Let's see. Let's see. Say no more, Andy. I'll be in the chat. I appreciate that, man. Bro, I couldn't tell you shit. I was at the game, too loaded. Didn't know what the fuck was going on. Even though we lost, looks like Joey Bosa's comments put a fuel in Derek Carr, as well as Leatherwood might get moved to guard. Yeah. Yep. All listen, man. A loss is a loss. It's gonna happen. You're playing the game of football, right? Now you no longer have to worry about the media talking about an undefeated record. You no longer have that pressure. You lost. The monkey's off your back. Go out there, play football, play free, have fun, and win games, man. And win games. That's the most important, man. That is the most important. Nassib is a playmaker. I want to see him play more. Man, Nassib has really came into his own. He has really came into his own. I'm very, very happy. Still not worth whatever that contract was, like $9.9 million. But hey, he's doing good. He's doing really good. I just want Yannick or Max to take a QB out. Hey, Yannick really smacked Justin Herbert, though. He really smacked Justin Herbert last week, and Herbert felt it. Shout to Spotlight, bro. What's good with you, gang? What's up? Yeah. What's good, chat gang? Let's see. We need to punch. We need the punch in the mouth we got on Monday night. Exactly. We need to return it. We need to return it, man. We need to return it. What's your take, Andy, on Alex Leatherwood moving forward? We need to do whatever we need to do to get his production up. Whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes. Salute Spotlight. Yes. Is Jefferson hurt? I don't think so. I think you're like the third person to ask that, though. What's your thoughts on trading / picking up Gilmore for the Pats? We have way too many injuries. Worried this week. Well, Gilmore is no longer available. Gilmore is off the market. He got traded to the Panthers, so Salute, chat gang. What's the topic today? Hey, Spotlight, man. If you want to pull up, I'll send a link right now, man. We could chop it up. You already know, man. Let me see. Leatherwood will get switched to guard. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But if he does, hey. He gets switched to guard, man. You saw Jefferson walk off the field gingerly. I didn't see that. Leatherwood played left guard. He played left guard. He played right guard. He played left tackle in college. You will pop in real quick. All right, I'll send it to you. Let me send it to you, gang. Leatherwood played left guard today. He played left guard. He also got reps at right guard, So he's gotten reps, man. He's gotten reps. Who are the healthy corners this week? It looks like Hobbs, Casey Hayward, and Amik Robertson will all be our starters. I'm not too worried about that. I'm worried about the depth that we have. That's what I'm worried about. With that being said, though, I think that we'll see us play a lot of a lot of base defense. So more linebackers, less DBs, saying that we don't have too many DBs healthy right now. So that's the good thing that I'm happy about, man. That we've seen so much depth, or not so much depth, but so much versatility with this new defense. That when we need games to really stop the run, we can go into our base. When we need games that we really need to stop the pass, we can go into the nickel. I like that. I like that a lot. Um, Hobbs injured. No. So he actually passed concussion protocol today. He was a full participant in practice. He's good to go. He's good to go. So he actually passed all the concussion protocols. He'll be okay. Thoughts on Isaiah Johnson back off practice squad of Cardinals? He knows our system cheap too. He actually got signed to the Cowboys practice squad. And I think he's a protected practice squad player. So I don't think he's available. I don't think he's available. We need more corners. Justin Fields, a running QB. Yeah, well, if you have we have some pretty decent linebackers. King Savage, Isaiah Johnson is not too slow, man. The man is 6'2" and ran a 4.4. He is not too slow. He just wasn't built for this last system that we had. Oh, he got signed to their active roster. Well, congratulations to him, man. He got drafted here. Congrats. I would have loved to see him stay, man. I would have loved to see him stay. Yep, Cowboys took him knowing our situation. It is what it is. We also let Rasul Douglas continue to be on the market knowing our situation, and then he got picked up. So it is what it is, man. Just watched fight at the game. A Chargers fan thought threw a punch, and the title says Raiders fans attack Chargers fan. He was slow last year, getting burnt. He didn't even play like that last year. He didn't even play like that last year. We were playing Nevin Lawson and Keyshawn Nixon over him. Like, I don't even know what Gunther was thinking. Junior or Jr. Stephon Gilmore went to the Panthers, Carolina Panthers. He got traded to the Panthers, buddy. And Jalen Smith, I believe, is finalizing a deal with the Packers. So those top two free agents are gone. Maybe Kuntz gets more PT. I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with Kuntz. We have not seen Kuntz on the field like at all. We are out of two corners, right? So yeah, it looks like right now Damon Arnett and Trayvon Mullen are done for a couple of games. But we'll see. We're going to lose to the Bears if our offense sleep through the first half. There's a big possibility of it, man. Big possibility of it. Caution throw deep to Ruggs early to open up the running game. Glad to see he has more receiving yards than Cooper and Lamb. Oh, I didn't know that. That's dope. Yeah, it might help. It definitely would open up the run a little bit more because, you take that deep shot, hoping it connects, then they have to play a little bit more conservative on the back end. So it would definitely open it up, but you also don't want to be throwing the ball downfield too early, letting these pass rushers get pass rushing reps early on in the game. So it's kind of tough. Leatherwood versus Mack is giving Carr nightmares. Didn't Casey Hayward get a big banged up last game? Yeah, he got a little bit like tweaked, but he was right back in the next play. He played fine. I'm fine with the Meek playing as long as he's not in the slot. Exactly. Keep Nate Hobbs in the slot. Keep Meek outside. What do you think about Diablo? I think we should rotate him in a little bit more when we're in our nickel instead of having Dallin Levitt and Roderick Teamer take so many reps. But maybe he's just not prepared enough. Maybe that's what they just don't think he's prepared enough. So if he's not prepared enough to our coaching staff, it is what it is. Gruden will shut down Mack again like last time. Someone else is going to have to step up for the Bears. They paid Robert Quinn. You got Akeem Hicks. I think they got Eddie Goldman in the middle. It's tough. They got some people, man. They got some people. Diablo's nice on Madden. He sure is, man. He sure is. Put Carr in the shotgun. Let him make quick passes. I agree. I agree. When you don't have the offensive line to really, do too much in the run game, you kind of gotta, do what you need to do. Um, let's see. Carr's not scared. Carr will never be scared. Carr will never be scared, bro. Ever. Carr's the goat. The goat. Let's see. Gru needs to give up the run and just max protect Carr. Yeah, but then you come one dimensional, then they can go out in a dime, and then it's just bad. Once you come to one dimensional and you allow the defense to go into a dime package where you have what, 7 DBs on the field, 8 DBs on the field. Jalen Smith is released. Yep, and he also is about to finalize a deal with the Packers. Should be finalized by tomorrow. That's what's being said right now. I'm on the fence with Furrow. I mean, he's not getting too much reps, and with the reps that he has been getting, he's hasn't looked bad. So I'm not too mad about it, honestly. Um, People out here complaining about the Raiders team. Got to spread Chicago. Got to spread Chicago's out. It was stated, BM. Yeah, please tell us what's good with Clee. He looks huge but awful. Cleveland Furrow, from what I've seen and the reps that he's gotten, the little bit amount of time that he's gotten to play, man, he looks good. Like, he doesn't look like, wow, he's amazing, but he looks good. Like, he looks solid. Definitely doesn't look like a first round pick. But he looks good though. Like, he looks good. He looks solid. I got an interview tomorrow, and wish me luck, Andy. Most definitely, man. Most definitely. Everybody in the chat, man. Everybody in the chat. Wish this man right here good luck on his interview. I hope everything goes well, man. I hope every single thing goes well. Hope you get the job or whatever it is that you're interviewing for, man. And you know, if you do get it, try your hardest to be the best at it. Andy, we still have HaHa Clint Dix. Start him over Arnett. HaHa Clint is not a corner. He's not an outside corner. The only cornerback position he could play would be slot, and he's not playing that over Nate Hobbs whatsoever. Yeah, you know. Miguel says, you speak Spanish? Yes, sir. Free agency, get O-line and Adams, and half defense and draft defense, just defense. Okay, a lot of defense. A lot of defense. Will Leatherwood finally play guard this week? It all depends on the week of practice he's gotten. You know, if he looks good at guard, then maybe. But we'll see. We'll see. Good luck on exactly. Yes, good luck on the interview, man. Definitely. HaHa played corner with Chicago. I thought he played safety because when he was with the Niners, he played safety. He's not a corner. Nah, at least not with us. You guys don't realize how much trouble this team's in. And by the way, good teams with injuries win, bad teams with injuries and make excuses of why they can't win. I mean, there's some trouble when it comes to the depth department on, at the corner position. As far as that, our linebacker depth has looked to be good enough. I think our defensive line depth is very good. Our offensive line depth is really bad. Our wide receiver depth is pretty decent. Our quarterback depth, saying that you can get Marcus Mariota at in a little bit, pretty decent. I think as far as depth, we're in a good spot. Yeah, I actually think we're pretty decent right now, besides corners and safeties. Let's see. Salute, Jesse. Shall we dabble with Morrissey at guard or center soon? I would hope so. But I don't think that's in our near future. I think that's in the future plans. I don't think it's in our near future though. It is what it is, man. I hope that Andre James can pick it up. Last game didn't have like a horrible game like he's been having. He didn't have a good game either though. But uh, yes, it's tough, man. It's tough. Um, but yeah, just in case any of you guys did not were not here when I said it, this Sunday I'll be live on this channel with Stu, one of y'all favorite people, with Stu, watching the game, covering the game live on this channel with my boy Stu. 1 o'clock, man, with the Bears versus the Bears. So if y'all want to tune in, man. You can hear a former Raiders safety talk about what he thinks about the game live, man, live. So that'll be dope, man. That'll be dope. Tune in if y'all can, if y'all want to. He did play both, but he switched because he struggled in coverage. Okay, I thought he only played safety. I thought he only played safety. Isn't next year's offensive line class deep? It's very deep. It's very deep. The next year's draft class is pretty good when it comes to offensive line and defensive line. It's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. I want to see what we can do going forward as far as depth, man. I really want to see what we can do as far as depth because Solomon Thomas is 1 year, Darius Philon is 1 year, Quentin Jefferson is 1 year. All these guys, man, all these guys are 1 year. All these guys are 1 year. So we'll see. We'll see. Shout out to Raider J says that's dope. And even be on that live for sure. There you go. There you go. Appreciate you, man. Leatherwood doesn't need to be moved. He needs to learn like Miller did. The thing is, though, when it comes to Miller, he was hurt. That's why his production wasn't there. Leatherwood is not hurt. Like he's just outright getting beat, you know. But I don't know, man. If Leatherwood gets beat, I mean, if he gets moved, we'll see. We'll see how he plays, and if not, just move him back. You know. Hey, look at the look at the goat Derek Carr, man. Look at the goat Derek Carr. It says, "See you soon, Vegas. See you soon, Vegas." Penalties are his biggest issues. There you go. There you go. And that's not play. Like that's not him getting beat. That's him. That's him just losing his mental. Like that's him losing the mental challenge. Haha played some slot corner. Yeah, that's what I said. But I'm not playing him in the slot over Hobbs at all. I used to hate drafting O linemen, but these past 2 years I've realized how underrated those positions are. It's one of the most underrated positions in the NFL, man. Your offense will not run without a good offensive line. I feel like Leatherwood can't hear Carr. Why can't James hear Carr's claps? James, I don't want to get started on that, man. That man just sucks. Hobbs is playing. Yes, Hobbs did clear his concussion protocols. He's good to go. He was a full participant in practice. Let's get it. Let's go. He's ready. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let me see. What else was I gonna say? But yeah, y'all. I mean, shit. We've been on here for about an hour and a half, man. I'm gonna head out. I definitely appreciate all you guys pulling up today. It was a good hour and a half, man. It was a nice hour and a half. But one more time, this weekend, me and Stu on this channel live for the Bears versus Raider game. So if you guys want to tune in, tune in. Pop your head in. Let me know your guys' opinions. It'll be very, very fun. I definitely like the fact that I can kind of be on the live with somebody who played the actual game at the highest level, and hearing his perspective of what's going on, because I'll definitely be talking to him about that kind of stuff, man. So if you guys want to tune in on Sunday, me and Stu on this channel will be live. I hope everybody has a good day. Yes, YouTube Baby Doll Studio. You guys take care. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy, have fun. Tell your loved ones you love them. You feel me? All that kind of stuff, man. And I'll be out, man. I'm gonna be out. Love y'all, Raider Nation. Peace.